with the internet being so accessible, and so all you have to do is type it in and you get an answer, and we don't know where that answer came from. You need to have a doctor on your side, no matter what it is. If it's a lawyer, a psychiatrist, you need to have that expert with that Googled information, because sometimes I'm Googling and it'll lead to stuff in your mind. And I told my doctor, I said, that's what you get paid for. I trust you. Let's drive this vehicle together, because I don't need to go researching.
My doctor told me not to. He said, do not go on the internet.
That's
right. Go on there.
Because it may help you, because it'll start jogging questions, but you're not qualified to cipher between what's right and what's good, and it's an individual person by person basis. So we're going to go to a quick break. Don't forget to call in 410-702-5657.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
What's going on this weekend? Nothing? It's too cold? Girl, I'm never going to go see this Selma movie. Gosh. It's sad. I don't like looking at people in old clothes. You know what I'm saying? Dressed in them styles. Those styles is played. And I definitely don't want to go see another movie where Oprah got her bags on display. The ones under her eyes. And I love me some Oprah, but goodness gracious, they always put her, strip her down with no makeup on, and her bags is beyond.
TGIW, you're listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show. TGIW, everybody. Welcome to the Be Inspired Radio Show right here on BeExposedRadio.com. I'm your host, Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
Yeah. You already know the co-host, Blizzard. And the artisan Angel HL7 Azrael.
Another day, another dollar, family. We are here, excited, and all of us are lit right now. Off of sugar. Let me make sure I explain that. So
y'all live, baby. We live, baby.
I just took down, murdered this Slurpee just now, this blueberry Slurpee. So the sugar levels right now are a little elevated.
It was free Slurpee day yesterday, right?
It was. And I missed it.
It was free Slurpee
They had Cow Appreciation Day yesterday too.
They did.
Cow Appreciation.
At Chick-fil-A.
If you went to Chick-fil-A dressed in cow attire, you would get a free entree.
Bruh.
Stop.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure I could find some black and white cow print something in the closet.
Kids came in paper cow masks. It was so adorable.
I found out all late. I was like, nah.
Right. I was
7-Eleven. Yeah, I know about that one.
For Reebies.
Yeah.
I think it was National Donut Day one day last month or something too. You could go in various places and they give you a free donut.
Oh, that's love.
I wish they had that at Krispy Kreme. Have you ever had a fresh Krispy Kreme donut straight off the belt?
No, not straight off the belt. When the sign come on, that fresh, or you standing there, you waiting yeah, baby, it's coming down the assembly line.
Like that.
No, I've never.
Yeah, I did.
Really?
It's a spot in Virginia, right? I think. It's a spot in Virginia.
Actually, there's one not too far from the Six Flags in Maryland. Me and
someone there, cause we had went there.
Right.
Them joints was all nice and high.
Oh my! And then it's so soft. Oh
really?
Yeah, them joints was good.
Wow.
It is amazing. It just feels like heaven.
Yeah.
I was I can't even eat sugar right now because I'm old, but goodness.
You please. You actually doing all right. Actually, let me be honest with you. You doing pretty good for yourself. Because the fact is, the 30 and over crew, your metabolism takes such a dive. Once you get to your 30s, it's real. It's okay. Let me tell you this experience. Now, 30 something is not old. I will say that. We are still young, Blizz. We still can hold on to our youth. What's up, Nate? We're going to make an announcement. Nate is in the studio. He tells us to be quiet. We're going to do exactly the opposite. We're going to make all the noise in the world because he just entered. He's entree.
We got the great gummy bears.
We are. I'm telling you, all of us are gonna be. We done. Let me just. Where's the camera? Which camera am I looking at? This one. We got the trolleys, the sour bright crawlers. We got sweet tarts. And listen, we are not advertisers or partners with any of these. We just want to show you how we turned out. We got the gummy bears, the 12 flavors.
They're good. They are real good.
These are real fruity.
They're good. These are lit.
Those okay, and then we have Nate, who is just like bringing us down with the healthy gummy bears.
Baby.
We don't. That's not the healthy gummy bears. You're messing up the flow, Nate. You came here and just like messed up the candy flow with the healthy, fruit juicy.
Them gummy bears don't seem healthy to me though. They good.
Let me tell you something though. I know it's rude to eat on air. You know that, right?
But it's not a crunch.
I'm breaking all the rules right now.
Let me try one.
Like
I took 3. I took 3. Let me see. Yeah. Come on. You good?
So I can't. Okay, I'm gonna just say my friend works at a camp.
Okay.
He has.
Okay, so I think Blizz got this one.
She has all girls in her class. And they are so stressful that I heard they were. And I just know from a woman and, you know, other guys that know women, why do women not pay attention to the actual words that you use? Why do they focus on the emotion on the words rather than the words that you choose?
Because we're emotional beings. I love it.
To use.
That's an easy fix. Women are, we can be, not every woman is like that. You have some that maybe aren't.
But you tell me, I'm sorry, not me, my friend. You tell my friend that.
Oops, I think the cat is out of the bag, folks.
You tell my friend that I feel like you have an attitude when you speak to me. Now, it's not what you said, it's how you said it.
Although that does have implications on how a message is received. The
Whether
way
you
in which
perceive it or it's actually so.
The way in which it is conveyed, the tone in which it is conveyed.
Oh my God, you were talking to him.
Could affect how a person receives the message.
I feel
my head has never hurt consistently. I mean, my friend head has never hurt consistently. It just is what it is.
It's how a person
communicates,
how they receive.
I heard that they were like teenagers.
Okay, Nate.
Wow. I am okay, so you're in trouble. They're in trouble.
Yeah, they're in trouble. They're in trouble.
I'm completely on your side, Nate. I feel you.
14 and 19.
Now let me first of all, with all this testosterone rolling around in this room, let me make sure I make it clear. This is not no female emotional bashing session.
She didn't even listen to what I was listening to the emotion.
But like Nate, I will say this. Naomi is right. You do just have to be careful of when you say it. Because I remember when like I would talk to an ex-girlfriend and we would have conversations about problems. I'd be ridiculously blunt. I'd be like, this is the problem. And she'd take a bunch of offense. And it's just like,
why are you talking to me like that?
Right, it's like,
start crying.
It's
like, oh my God, you were in my friend class?
They get so defensive and it's just like, you kind of have to know how to navigate around that minefield.
Now, I've taught in prisons. I've taught in correctional centers. I've had all male inmates.
Yeah.
And I have not had the amount of stress. I mean, my friend has not had the amount of stress as now.
It's a real world.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. But that's not every situation. But then you're dealing with teenage young women. So that there are a lot of different emotions.
It's cold because of how here, but you wear tank tops and shorts every day. I'm cool.
It's not going to be logical as they always...
You're not going to get a cookie cutter class. If that's what you were looking for, or your friend was looking for, I come to let you know that's not what you have. You don't have a cookie cutter.
It's not going to be the same. It won't be the same as you teaching all guys, because guys are just going to have the whole mentality. I know, because I've been...
Guys like you or they don't, and consistently throughout that session, they're going to be consistent. If I don't like you, I'm not going to like you to the very end.
I mean, but like...
Women, I like you today, I don't like you tomorrow. I like your shoes today, but I hate your hat today. Yeah. I like the color of your eyes, but But your toe is, I don't like that. Change your shoes today. Like, it's every day, it's just something different.
But, you know, that attention to detail makes us very unique creatures.
Very.
We can get a lot of stuff done because we can pay attention to detail. We are organized beings.
But how much do you actually get accomplished paying attention to all
I get plenty accomplished.
See, you a lady man though, not Naomi.
Yeah.
You got a little guy in you. Like, it's a little bit of a guy in you. Because you could be real, like, passive and like, you know what? That don't even bother me.
That's because she knows when to.
I'm an alpha female.
Yeah, see, that's it.
I'm an alpha female. I've discovered that about myself. You know, other people may, because back in the day I used to be very sheltered and shy, but that was me being protective of me. Right. But that's also because I knew I could be an alpha female, and I am one. So that makes me a little different, you know. And I actually sometimes can be very rational. But then I could be very irrational.
But you said like it's a strange thing to be rational. I'll be a little rational sometimes. Like,
I've never seen Naomi irrational. I've never seen you.
But that comes also with experience and going through some things.
Wait till that smile just get a little straight. It just get a little straight.
I crack the whip sometimes.
I know the face you're talking about.
Yeah. I crack the whip sometimes.
When it comes to me, I came from an all-boys school, so I know how it is, me being around all guys and then me studying, because I study people.
It's not the same.
I am unethical psychologist, as people say, but
unethical psychologist.
Yeah. So like, what I've realized is
that sounds a little creepy.
It is, but guys have more of a like I don't care type of vibe, and socially they care, but socially. They're, especially in the city, they're like supposed to be the, whether I care or not, it's just, you know, nonchalant apathy. So no matter where they care.
I need a dictionary in here.
Didn't he do it? Didn't he just use all the SAT words?
Yeah,
he just went down the list. I'm gonna use apathy. I'm gonna use all of them. All those SAT words. He just ran them off just right now.
It's like,
you have to be mindful. Everybody that's listening might not.
All right.
Plain language. Plain English,
please. Apathy means basically you don't care. So it's like they're going to show that like, oh,
that'll be the definition.
Right. So it's just like it doesn't matter. So if I'm like deep down I don't like Blizzard, I'ma still treat them like a person. Like, guys don't make it openly like I hate you. Like I explained it to my friend earlier. Like what girls and guys have different levels to the meaning of cool. A guy can be cool with a guy that he doesn't know. Cool just means we have no problems, therefore we're cool. But a girl's like, we don't have problems and we don't have anything good either, so we're frenemies, and then it goes into a whole different.
And I just met you 3 seconds ago. You haven't even walked past me yet.
Right.
We're already frenemies.
Well, for those who are just tuning in, welcome to the show. Just want to do that first.
My friend wanted to ask the question.
He started. Nate's friend
just painkillers
started the show off with like questions, but I wanted to welcome everybody to the show, and just to let you know, we're just doing our beginning of the show venting session that we always do. And yeah,
I guess coming, Nate.
Actually, you could just play like the quiet or the act right contest in your class, and like whoever wins gets like makeup or a purse or something.
See, but you gotta be consistent with that.
It'll work. Yeah. No. But it's an all year thing. Whoever wins gets like a thing of makeup, and now they're cool all year.
Well, that works for guys. That don't work for ladies. Yeah, that don't work with ladies. Because they not gonna care.
Well,
I don't want your bag. I don't care about your bag.
I feel bad for your friend.
I know.
Your friend is in a heap of trouble. Okay, because your friend has how many more weeks left to do this?
3 weeks.
Your friend's gonna be miserable for the next 3 weeks.
It wouldn't be.
My friend is praying.
It wouldn't be as bad.
Prayer will work. Prayer works, family.
Like, they're teenagers, so it's really gonna be bad. Like, just wait. One of these weeks, your friend is gonna really be off the wall.
I only have 6 of them. You would think 9 to 5. That's it. Just 9 to 5. 5 hours.
All right, y'all. We got about 2 minutes left in this segment. I'm hoping everybody is having a great week so far. Hump day. You made it.
Yeah,
just a couple more days to the weekend. So hold on, family.
I think Nate's friend.
Look, he like, come on. I know.
Ooh,
double whammy.
Coming Friday, Lord, thank
come
you.
On, come on, payday. Come on. All our listeners out there, if you can't wait for payday, just say me. Just
Only
type in me.
Only do it. Only do it. Amen. Payday is on the way. Payday is on the way. Payday is on the way.
Nate needs a drink.
Lord.
You could tell.
Nate, when you see the paycheck, when your friend sees the paycheck,
yes, I can feel it.
It will make it all worth it. Make it all worthwhile in the end.
Until you go back and you really question, was this worth it?
That's all. That's all you look at.
Listen. Let me tell you something. Let me just say this. Okay, when I see my paycheck every other Friday,
it makes everything okay.
It makes it all alright.
Yes, it's just that second week. Ooh. That's
yes.
when you really get into deep prayer. That second week.
Ain't it though? All right, y'all. Let's take this break. We getting ready to take this break. When we come back, more of the Be Inspired Radio Show right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Monty from Talk Lately. I want y'all to sit back and listen to this flashback. We be tripping.
I mean, really, but I mean, he might have. I got him maybe jacking her up.
The kids said he did it.
But this is Floyd Mayweather punching her head repeatedly, and like she doesn't have like brain damage.
No, she didn't have brain damage. I don't think he was hitting her like that. Or he probably was like, say something else. Say something else.
That
he probably wasn't like tagging her.
Right.
He probably was just like, and the kids was like, Daddy.
Why do they have the accent? Why do his kids have the accent?
I just pictured them looking like African. Oh. I didn't want to have to admit that. I don't know what they're going to do about my mouth, but just check out the show every Tuesday at 7 p.m. It's more of the same right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, this is your girl, the one and only Vic Cows. Check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Oh, recently?
Yeah.
I was talking about overall. No, two.
Two? That was Uber.
That wasn't Uber.
Yeah.
That wasn't?
Yeah, that was Uber.
That situation with Uber, I think you told us about.
But this guy, my whole thing is pay attention. I don't know if this dude was trying to get home or something, but he was speeding. Now I'm with the flow, like, do your thing. But when you taking me out of my way and you speeding, little suspect. Trying to get my butt.
Like the Clemson guy from the Ohio State game.
What?
Yes. Yeah. Now, he picked me up from my job, right? And I'm telling him where to go. He refused not to go. And you're speeding. So I'm thinking, this is me. I'm in the back seat. He's speeding. I'm like, he trying to take me in an alley somewhere, Really? And so I'm a little uncomfortable. So I'm noticing. I'm looking at the GPS. It's telling him to go this way. He's going this way, and I'm like, wait a minute. You taking me out of my way. I know I curse like a sailor, but
I do too.
There's sometimes you just don't curse. And this one time was that. Hey, look, yo, I'm only going by what the GPS, yo. No real shit.
Oh. What?
Oh, real
Fuck it. I quit.
Oh. Like real shit? Really?
Wow.
Say, you cussing?
Wow.
Trying to get my butt?
Oh.
Yeah, this the man that holds it down. Mr. Showtime, D the Boss. Check us out every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on Be Exposed Radio.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
As busy as you are, because they're good at itemizing their time, and they actually have a passion for what they do. One of the biggest lessons that I learned, I get to say this on Weird, was finding people who are not only interested in doing what you need to get done, but people who have a passion for it, because that will eliminate the idea of people just working for a paycheck. Right. Because when people sign up for a paycheck, we all had jobs where we slacked off, where we stole away in a little storage room.
Fell asleep.
Thank you.
I saw a meme the other day that had Bart Simpson and the little boy with the glasses. I didn't watch the show, so don't be mad at me. Don't send me no daggum messages. The little boy with the glass, Millhouse, that was his name. He's showing him a cave, and it says, when you're asked to show around the new coworker, and it says, this is where I come to cry. Cool.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty about Jennifer Holliday.
Anyway, let's get back to
Yeah, well, what I wanted to say is that I can understand 100% where Jennifer Holliday is coming from, and that's sort of kind of where my 20% came from. When I basically came out and said who I voted for, I received a lot of backlash. Even on my own talk show, which comes on every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m., I was called a coon. Okay, yeah, shout out for the plug. But yeah, someone actually, they told CJ Bernie that I was a coon, and that really hurt me. I've been called everything from a fat whatever and everything, but someone actually commented on his Facebook.
I didn't even say that. That's kind of rough.
Called me a coon, but it's like I like you. It's crazy because I just feel like someone like Jennifer Holliday. I understand why she stepped down, but I'm kind of upset with her because I think she still should have performed. If you're gonna jump out there, then stand in your truth. Don't let no one stop you or change your mind about anything. And listen, no one put a gun to her head and made her sign on for that. But it just seems like, she was basically she was bullied.
But see, the thing about it is they will put a gun to her head to not do it.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what the threat said. You gotta tell. It's why it's called a threat. You don't know the hypotheticals in there that could happen to you.
Why do you think
she's not a well-known singer? So she's not going around with security. So she goes to get her tracks at the mall.
Right.
Pow.
Right, but at the same time,
we got a whole bunch of dead cats.
Yeah, but like what she said in the footage, today on The View was basically it's not white people who was threatening her. It was us who was threatening her.
Right. Where do you think she live? I think she live in Atlanta.
Exactly.
They gonna get her at the Ku Klux Klan mall and drag her by her hair. Her hair made a cat. She got the new weave.
I don't have Jennifer Holliday money, honey.
TGIW, you're listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show.
I thought my life was about to be over.
Oh gosh.
Halfway through the interview.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Be Inspired Radio Show right here on BeExposedRadio.com with your host, Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
Yeah, you already know your boy Blizzard.
And the artisan angel HL7 Azrael.
And we have our special co-host / guest / Nate in the building.
Y'all are special in here today.
Why? Because we
being special. They being nice to me this week.
Because we lit.
Well, that's because you put us on blast on live air to tell us that,
Because I don't get invites on any of the Big Exposure shows. I'm just saying.
But you just come in. Like, how you going? How you want to invite for something you just crash anyway? Like, that don't make sense.
No, you still want to be asked sometimes. Right. You still want to be asked.
I understand, Nate. I feel you, Nate.
It sort of is like built into your agreement for being here that Nate or Monty could just walk through the door at any time and sit in your show. It's like
want to be asked. Like it's just,
He wants a special invitation.
I've invited.
Okay,
all
so
of you all to
let's
the
do
show.
this. Nate, go outside the door. I'm going to invite you.
Drum rolling night.
Yes.
We're gonna set it up for you.
Okay, now keep your ear to the door. Nate, will you come on to our show tonight, please, and be a guest? Thank you.
Got the bell too.
If I get Charm City and all them to do that, I feel so much better about my life.
Okay, so now that the air is clear, we've done our noble duty for this evening.
Right, we're good to go.
I think it's all good. But anyway, welcome to the show, everybody who's just tuned in. Again, as you know, we are celebrating 2 years this whole entire month.
She's the last one standing, y'all.
Isn't that
2 year
something?
bunches. She's the last one standing.
Isn't that something? God is good. God is good. We've been going strong 2 years. But you know what? Having an amazing team is everything. When you have a great team in place, it really makes the job so much easier. So, of course, I got to give a shout out to Blizz for agreeing to come on board. And it was just like a no-brainer. When he came here on as a guest that one time, we were like, let's just go ahead and make it happen. It was a no-brainer. It just kind of flowed, you know. So ever since that moment, our team has grown. He was, and on the first time he was a guest, it was like, why don't we just go ahead and make it official? Like it just worked. It worked. He like
he finessed it.
Right. I mean, but Blizz is like the calm to Miss Being Inspired's crazy, because sometimes I get a little wild on there. Yeah. It's like it's a good balance. And then we had Azrael. This is our professor, philosopher, slash.
Ghetto professor. Okay. All right.
This guy over here is smart.
Future millionaire.
I heard y'all just got a
that's right, future millionaire.
Library at City.
A new one?
A new one.
The one they've been working on for years.
You brought it out.
They have been working on that for years.
For years.
For my entire, I had that library freshman year. We had a couple books in it. They scrapped the library.
Y'all don't need to read.
At the end of freshman year. No library. Sophomore, junior. Just got the library at the middle of senior year. Mm-hmm. No books at all.
No books at all.
No books.
It was just a room with shelves and no books. That's not a library.
Basically,
then.
it was a room with a couple computers and 2 other rooms that we were not allowed to use.
They say you can go to Enoch.
The books are what? We got to get ready to go to another break. Oh my God.
Pay some bills.
It was a 5-minute segment. All right, everybody. Please, everybody who's tuned in, please stay tuned. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, oh yes, and definitely call us at 410-702-5657 or text us at 443-642-9403. But do that when we come back from the break right here on the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Robbie so
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
So you're your biggest asset. Mm-hmm. You have to practice self-care. Every entrepreneur has to practice self-care. You have to release yourself from toxic situations.
Explain to us real quick, what is a toxic situation?
A toxic situation is something that will control your mind, something that hurts you, something that you have to battle. Toxic. Hurt. If you're in a toxic situation, if you get hurt, if you get pain, if you get struggle, right? Mm-hmm. And if your spirit does not align correctly, that may be a toxic situation. So when I say you make that jump when your values don't align, you make decisions based on your values. And if those decisions don't align with your values, then that's when you say no.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop King, check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt, what's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Get out to the forest and discover the wonders of nature with your family, just like Blue, Jewel, and the whole Rio flock.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's gonna be so much fun. Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Let's rock this jungle!
Yeah!
Fresh air.
What a glorious morning!
Clean water.
Woohoo! This is great!
And endless surprises.
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing!
Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to
Then what you're going to
this.
do is turn onto Marcy Avenue.
Just broke up
and go past the first 3 lights
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
then
think
drive 5
she's
more
happy,
blocks
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
TGIW, you're listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show. We're back, everybody. You're listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show right here
With
on BigExposedRadio.com. I'm going to need you to stop insulting me on my platform. See, I don't come on the Artist Exchange Show. It's insulting you, Nate. So don't be coming on to me.
Usher Curly all you want to. Some fryers.
I have friends who go there now. They were in middle school at an all-boys school and left to go to another all-boys school. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I was like, no. I said no.
We are talking about the high schools and stuff that we went to. For anybody who's just tuning in, that was our conversation during the break. And I was appalled to find out that Azrael here, he is a City Night graduate, but he said he did not necessarily want to go to City, and I clutched my pearls because as a City Night alumnus,
to be honest,
I was completely appalled.
I just didn't get the draw. Like, y'all had to walk all the way up that hill. Like,
we did, but it was the experience of the culture.
That hill in the winter, I watched everybody fall. That was hilarious.
Are there any of my City Night family listening? I had somebody say City forever.
Anybody proud enough?
Anybody proud enough? If you know any City Nights, tell them to
you're not a real City Night if you don't have the class ring.
Shout out Mallory.
I do have the class ring. I still have mine, but unfortunately my finger swole up. and it doesn't fit on there anymore. I have to get it resized. No, I'm not proud of that, but
in Azrael's defense,
what color is yours? Is it gold?
It's gold.
Is it okay, so.
It's not just city.
She had pride.
I hate every Baltimore City school. In my defense, so it's not just city. That's all I'm saying. I hate all the
Somebody
high
hit the womp sound effect button for me.
Okay, no. Not the schools. I hate, I do hate the schools. But I hate the system too. I can say Trump that.
Well, so that's justifiable because the Baltimore City public school system, in a lot of people's perception, is broken.
It's very
and there's a lot of work that needs to be done. But that's not our topic for tonight. Right. But definitely it's something for us to ponder on. And those who are tuned in that work in the Baltimore City public school system, thank you. Hats off to you. We appreciate all the work that you do. We know that there is a lot of work there that needs to be done. The school systems in Baltimore City and in the county, it's a little bit better. Mm-hmm. A little bit more focus is put on what the students need, but it's tough. You see money being thrown into everything else, but in the direction where it needs to be placed, which is in the school systems,
bike lanes.
Excuse me, but these children don't have proper books, and they're using used books from 10 years ago that's outdated.
No one in my class can write a check, but
books or tablets. They use tablets and all that stuff now.
Who needs to know how to write a check when you know the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell?
See, look.
We like, what are you talking about?
Great. That's I told you. That's college boy walking.
Is that an English class? Are you talking English?
All right, everybody. Let's get on topic because we got some stuff to talk about tonight. This is Miss B Inspired Soapbox. I actually need some kind of intro music for that. But anyway, we'll get to that.
We'll work on that.
Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
Maybe he can give us a rap. Like we got a rapper in the room.
All right, there you go. I'll makeshift. I'll makeshift and Miss B Inspired Soapbox intro song. Y'all like that? No, that didn't work.
I was vibing and then I got lost
so abruptly.
And I got lost.
It was like, why did you stop?
All right, so here we go. Miss B Inspired Soapbox. I wanted to talk about this. It's all over social media, everybody. And at first, I was a little reluctant to talk about it because I thought maybe it was old news. Maya Campbell.
Oh yeah.
Anybody know her? She was what was the name of the show with LL Cool J? In the House in the 90s, and she played on some other things. She was pretty big in the 90s, and all the guys had crushes on her. Beautiful young woman.
Yeah, I did. I ain't gonna lie.
Apparently, see, Blizz is a witness. Blizz is a witness.
Guess I gotta look her up now.
So apparently there was a video that was posted on social media, several. But I'm gonna talk about the first one. The first one. Y'all gonna stop all this sidebar conversation while I'm trying to get the topic out from Miss B Inspired Soapbox.
All right, I'm done.
I'm cracking the whip. Look, no, but seriously, so apparently there was a video that was posted on social media of her. There was this guy who videoed her. It looked like they were at a gas station. And she was, like shaking her body, and she was a little wild. So people gathered that or assumed that she was back on drugs. And anybody who knows her story and saw her on Iyanla Van Zandt's Fix My Life, she was on there and she was battling some mental health issues and also some drug use issues. So there were people posted all kinds of comments. Some made fun. She was also missing teeth in that video, and her hair wasn't really done. Her clothes were, not the best. So a lot of people posted different things about it. Then there was a follow-up video of her telling, because from that first video, LL Cool J posted something wanting to reach out to her to try to give her some help and to provide some kind of intervention for her. Right. So then there was a follow-up video from her saying, LL, pretty much, I don't need your help. What I do need is a benefit concert for mental health. But you could see she was visibly agitated. She wasn't herself. She was a bit embarrassed because she didn't want anybody to see her missing teeth and stuff like that, and a little bit irrational. So The point I'm trying to make is that, first of all, there were a lot of different comments made on social media about it, jokes being made. Then you had people who are advocates for mental health awareness who hopped in like, don't make fun of this situation, because it could easily be you, and if you're gonna do anything, pray about it, or help, or try to offer some help. And then you have the other side of drug addiction. So the point I'm making is, with that situation, sometimes denial can sit in when a person is dealing with issues like that. It really could. It really could. What do y'all think, though, based on what I'm shared?
Well, so aside from that, I took a workshop for youth works this summer, and it was a trauma workshop as one of the components. So the man told me, we are so quick to jump on the behavior, which is normally the end result of what trauma the trauma someone went through, opposed to digging deeper and figuring out what's wrong. Right. And if you watch Iyanla, you realize her current behavior stemmed from her losing her mother. Okay. And that's all that was her rock. That was the person who was like her mini manager and all of that. So, okay, so with you saying that, in the follow-up video that she posted after all the aftermath, the person who was videoing it, the guy who was videoing it, he says, how can I'll get in contact with you? At first she was like, don't try to get in contact with me. And then she said, well, he has my mother's number, which was shocking because her mother is deceased. Right. Yeah. So it makes you wonder, like, why would you? Okay, obviously there's a disconnect there, and which proves what you said, that a lot of the trauma, she might be living in a whole different dimension in her mind from reality right now.
Yeah, and it happens. I personally, I lost my mother when I was 22. She was 52, and she had cancer. And for me, it was the most devastating thing I had ever went through in my life. And for a period of time right after she passed away, I was not in denial, but I was numb.
Because nobody ever expects to lose their mother. I don't care.
Right. You don't. You expect them to live forever, period. Like, you don't ever expect anything ever to happen to them. And when it happens, especially if you are close with them, everybody has different relationships with their parents.
Even if you're not, it's just something about not having that person there anymore.
Right. It's like,
because they've always been there, and them not being there.
That's your mother, though. That's where you came from.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So for this young woman, for Maya Campbell, for those who are just tuning in, we're talking about Maya Campbell and all of the social media frenzy around the videos that were posted of her, and the one that she posted herself, kind of responding to LL Cool J's plea to reach out to her. We were talking about a lot of the things that she's going through. The drug abuse, the mental illness comes from the fact that she lost her mother. A result of her losing her mother. And one thing I did, so I am co-authoring a book. This is a shameless plug. It is sort of. It's called Wisdom on the Wall. But anyway, I was responsible for August the 12th. Yes, it's the Radio Studio. So stay tuned, everybody, right here at the Big Exposed Radio station. We'll be doing the book signing. Okay, so shameless plug, but it's definitely true. I wrote a chapter in the book about women who've lost their mothers, and in there I talk about healthy and unhealthy ways to cope. And a lot of times, people choose the unhealthy way to cope with grief because it's an easy fix. It's something you can get your hand on right then and there. You use drugs because it temporarily relieves you of the pain that you're feeling. You might go out to a party and you party all night long because for a moment you don't have to think about the pain that you feel. And so for Maya Campbell, perhaps that temporary fix has become a lifestyle for her. We don't know. And there could be other traumas there that we don't know about, but that was just one that we found out through Iyanla.
She's had sexual abuse problems. She's had the alcohol and drugs came as a result of, or as a codependency in her using it as a crutch to deal with what was going on. And then being a child star, dealing with the industry, being, having body. She had a number of issues. her complexion,
Yeah.
all of those things played a key role. And then to top it off, her mother passed away.
Yeah.
And the workshop I was talking about, it dealt with when a child comes into a classroom and they have an obvious behavioral issue. We attach that to a behavioral problem. So we treat the condition versus the cause of the condition, or the behavior versus what is wrong with this child. And some of the scenarios was like, this child just saw somebody get killed.
Right.
One of the examples was this teacher, this child used to come to her classroom and would just fall out, bust out crying. Like just randomly doing it. Nobody ever talked to the school or to the teacher. Come to find out, this young man saw his father get killed in front of him.
But on the flip side of you saying that, in that instance, sometimes for teachers it's kind of hard to get to the root of something. You don't have the time.
15 children.
Right. You just don't have the time. You have to manage a class of 25 students. You know, now back in the day, I remember when I was in school, we had those teachers that did not mind spending time to get to know the students. I can remember all of my teachers from elementary school, every one of them, because each of them had an impact on the class. Miss Canty, that was my 5th grade teacher, and everybody loved her who had her. She looked like Whitney Houston, by the way. She really did, but she was gorgeous and she was fun. But back then, teachers really took the time. But now, because resources are so few in classrooms,
classes got 30
yes, just overpopulated, and really it's sad because the teachers are your first line of contact with the
and you're
children.
not allowed to have that type of contact like our teachers had.
Yeah,
like they would take us home or come get us on a weekend.
Right, and for various reasons we understand.
They can't have that type of contact. They're not allowed to have that type of contact.
Right, which we understand because people are crazy in the world, but not everybody is like that. You have genuine people in school systems who do want to help but just can't. They don't have the resources, they don't have the time, they're overworked, underpaid, just overpopulated classes, so much. And then not to mention, if they take those issues to the board or take it to their principal, whomever, they're not going to get the support that they need to get those things that they need.
Or simply that child is just going to get medicated or kicked out of the school, and treated for behavior and not what the cause of the problem is. It was like I am looking for. I'm in contact with the gentleman who heard the workshop.
We got 2 minutes, folks,
because the trauma is really serious in that. Especially for Maya, like it really, you can obviously see something wrong, and that stuck out to me when she was talking about he has my mom's number, because I watched Iyanla, and that was the issue. Her mom passed away, so I'm sitting there like maybe she's talking about her aunt, or maybe but she kept saying mother, like she has my mother's number, and I think at some point it may have dawned on her, because then she started giving out just her email address, like, oh no,
she did. But if you have mental illnesses or schizophrenic or whatever, your mind does go you transcend time. You really do in your head. Like you go back into your past, you live there for a moment, you know. So again, we're talking about this just to bring awareness to, first of all, our prayers go out to Maya Campbell.
Pray for her.
Pray.
Not fun, not
exactly.
bad.
Don't make jokes. This is real. And the only reason why it's such a huge thing is because she is a celebrity. But you have people right in your community, your neighbors, your schools, your church, your family that's going through the same thing. Reach out and pray for them and provide help for them, you know, and let's start caring about people's private lives, not just making
lives of
no, because that guy, he should be ashamed of himself.
Like,
he really the guy who videoed that.
You just up there with a camera and face.
So anyway, we are about to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk more with Miss B Inspired Soapbox. And we're going to talk about this fake news of corpses being resurrected in Indonesia. Yeah, we think it's fake. We think it's fake. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Somebody come in and say they think it's fake.
It's just pretty.
I mean, it happened in the Bible. It happened in the Bible. As we all know, if you're a Christian, you know Jesus himself was resurrected. And it happened a lot in the Bible. So we'll see. We're going to talk about it. This should be interesting. So stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show only on BigExposedRadio.com. Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, you know, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, you know, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. Like, I've learned that, I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do.
The pay?
I mean,
not always.
Listen, the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary. And when you got kids and when you got a wife and then you doing everything and you know you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place you, like with this radio show, you ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
Should nobody be coming to your show?
Can you say that in the middle of the live?
Make that a promo, please.
Should nobody come on this show without donating?
That is a nice commercial.
I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
So now we are in reactive mode. You know, with our young people, we don't spend enough time working with them, preparing them, inspiring them, mentoring them. And so now we're faced with a generation that's like, I'm going to do my own thing.
Right.
I have no respect for you. Because what have we done to help them except to say that, like I was telling the HL7 that, you know, I get highly upset when adults forget that they were ever young, and the first thing they say is young people are up to no good. You know, well, you're not helping them. What are you doing to inspire them? Right. So to me, that's reactive, because now that they're in the street cutting up, now you like, oh, we need to do something with our children, or we need to start schools earlier so we can get them off the street, or we need to do this. To me, that's reactive.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, you know, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, you know, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. Like, I've learned that, I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do.
The pay?
I mean,
not always.
Listen, the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary. And when you got kids and when you got a wife and then you doing everything and you know you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place you, like with this radio show, you ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
Should nobody be coming to your show?
Can you say that in the middle of the live?
Make that a promo, please.
Should nobody come on this show without donating?
That is a nice commercial.
I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Do yourself a favor and listen to this hilarious flashback on Charm City Direct Radio Show.
You know me. I eat like this all the time. Do I gain any weight? No, at all. You can have my belly right now. I'm giving away body parts. Somebody said they need a butt. Somebody said they need a butt.
I can use a little extra tissue there.
I can pop it.
TGIW, you're listening to the Be Inspired radio show. Hello, 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 TGIW, to you, and you, if you're just tuning in. Thank you so much. And again, Nate continues with the making of fun
That's what
of
I
me. I see.
We're going to do
a stand-up
act.
I see.
Beatbox.
Hey.
That's what you're going to do on the 5-star series next week. The next 5-star series. See? Yeah, you're gonna be the guest. You're gonna be the guest.
Time, man. I'm just letting you know.
All right, everybody. Listen, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. You know what? We appreciate you, and we are celebrating our 2-year anniversary all month long.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
What?
2 years later?
2 years later. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. We've made progress.
Lots of progress.
I'm proud of the 2 years because we've grown. It'd be different if it was 2 years and we were still doing the same thing.
But you were an overachiever from the first,
hey,
first show.
With the jokes.
It's not a joke. That's dead serious. Like, you was on it. You may have not had the experience as a radio personality, but I didn't know who Titus was sending me. Like, he's like, yeah, you know, my wife, she's interested in having a show. And it really was okay. So let's see who she is. She came in with a little folder. Like,
came more professional.
She said,
I can imagine
my
this.
ideas right here.
Listen,
I'm imagining this as he's going.
Wait a minute, hold on.
I can see it.
Wait a minute.
The vision is there.
Right.
How about Monty was like, she came in here with a booklet. I had a whole business plan, but the fact I have a business degree, I can't help it.
But you, and what you're supposed to do in any situation that you're walking into, you bring yourself to it. You know, you don't leave that because I don't want to do this for that much longer, so I'm gonna leave that. No, you need those skill sets that you learned there. Bring that into this environment, and then you learn everything else, and it just complemented each other. And now that you have a team, it works well. It works much better. But you was doing this for yourself on your own for like a year and some change.
Yeah, by myself.
So I mean, be proud of that.
Thank you, Nate.
You know, be awesome. I'm not saying Blizzard and HL but they not HL but they're awesome. But you really took this and ran with it. And there were people that started with you that are no longer here. Shout outs. But I mean, I'm just saying.
Pow.
There were 2 other shows that started with her the same exact week, and they're not here anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, because you got to be consistent. You got to know what you want and not be afraid to go get it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that simple.
Thank you, Nate, for being an awesome mentor, though.
Anytime.
Seriously. Like, let me get on my soapbox about Nate. When first of all, the interview with him was extremely intimidating. Okay, I got on the phone with him. I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna be a nice little discussion. He's like, so why do you want to do this? And I was like, dang, I was not prepared for that
because we were restarting the station at that point. We were revamping it, and we were bringing on new people.
Yeah.
We really wanted to know that the people we brought on were serious.
Yes.
And I knew. Now, how I knew this show was going to last, and I'm not because I didn't think the other shows were going to last, but I knew this was going to last because everything that I threw out her, it wasn't a challenge. She's like, I got to get it registered. Okay, let's go get it registered.
Yeah.
And she went and got her stuff registered within that week.
Yeah.
We set a date, and we actually went and got it done, and that's how I knew she was serious about it because everybody else like, all right, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
And I have yet to hear from them.
So hopefully this will be just encouragement to anybody. If you say that something is something that you want to do, whether it's a radio show, whether you're watching this show and like, hey, one day I want to have my own show, or whatever it is, mean it. Seriously, mean it. Don't go after it if you're not willing to put in the work and time that it takes to make it successful.
And you did it in your time.
Yeah.
Some people can drop everything and focus just on this and make it work. Some people still have family and given circumstances, but you did it in your own way, in your own time, and you had longevity in it.
Yeah.
We did this 2 different ways, and we both are here at this point. But you really, you did it in your own way, and that's what people fail to realize. You can have it all, but you got to be balanced, you got to be organized, and you just got to want it.
Yeah.
It was times you came in here and phoned it in. We do that. Because
did.
sometimes the dream get a little hazy.
It does.
But the fact that you kept coming back.
Yeah.
Like, you came back.
Thank you, awesome. Nate. And Nate is the best mentor, though. He is.
You know.
He is. No, he really is. But he's honest. He's going to tell you like it is, but he's going to tell you what he believes is going to help you grow. And that's why this relationship, so it's not just about mentor. He's my friend. He's my friend. But a little soft bell tap.
Right, I solved the little
This is a drop. This is a drop.
Yeah, but
Blizz
we
about to start crying.
Dang, man, 1 minute. Oh my God.
Cigar, no, because Blizz was about to start crying.
I know. Look, go ahead, get that. All right.
Behind the tears with the sweet talks.
Y'all, Be Inspired Radio family, y'all are the best. The listeners, everybody, y'all are so dope. We thank y'all for coming back week after week supporting. This show would be nothing without y'all.
Oh, she got
seriously.
good.
Nothing without y'all. It just wouldn't be. We love y'all. So let's go to break. Let's go pay some bills, y'all. We could talk all day about that. Right here with the Be Inspired Radio Show, BigExposedRadio.com, baby.
Calm.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
So, you know how you round people who really can sing, and they always like, I don't know if it's this time. That's what these well, at least these two over here are giving me right now. It's not the time, you know. It should be 78.5 degrees in here.
0.25.
So they're going to share a little bit, just a little taste, to get you interested, to get you tingling this morning.
Come on in here.
Share a little of that Banji soul with us.
Stand behind her.
Okay. Well, y'all singing y'all mic.
Yeah, y'all can sing.
Okay, so this is called What I Thought. It's also on the album.
Don't hold back.
Okay. Y'all ready? You ready, B? Okay. I see the lights pouring out your face. No, you can't hide. I see them clear as day. I'm growing tired of playing these games. You say I'm tripping, well, get up on this plane now, 'cause I'm pulling out with you or not. Are you going crazy or too damn lazy? We ain't skipping through no daisies. This wasn't my fantasy. This ain't what I thought. And this ain't what I want.
I told y'all wasn't ready. The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
TGIW, you listening to the Be Inspired Radio Show.
We live, baby.
Smoking. All right, Blizz, why don't you bring us in?
We live, baby. Thank you for tuning into the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. You already know your boy Blizzard.
And Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
Ashreal here.
And we got Nate hanging out with us.
Nate
We already gave you your formal introduction, okay? Unless you're expecting us to do that after every break.
No.
Okay.
I mean, it'd be nice, but no, I'm not.
Not this time. Okay. We'll take that. And so, again, we want, for everybody who's just tuning in, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Just before the break, we just went on this little sentimental,
it was emotional,
roller coaster, talking about the 2-year journey. This is 2 years we're celebrating here in July, all month long. We're going to be talking about some of the experiences that we've had, and that's what we kind of did before the break. And Nate was just so gracious to just say, that I was consistent, and that's just me so much, But
because it was supposed to be 2 shows, Titus but Titus, got busy and became Hollywood and all,
right,
making movies and such.
Yeah.
But you really stuck in there.
I think he's proud of me.
Yes.
I think Titus is proud.
He is on the inside.
Right, because he gonna show it on the outside.
He's doing backflips on the inside.
Y'all are kindred spirits.
On the inside.
On the inside.
But I remember when Blizzard came.
Yeah.
And we thought it was gonna be just a hood ghetto show, but it was cool. He was.
It was good. It was good vibes. Good vibes all around.
Don't let the hazel eyes fool you. Really nice guy.
You gotta turn down sometimes.
Oh, boom, boom, boom.
So how has it been for you, sir?
It's been a journey, man. I love it.
What did you expect?
You got it right.
You thought this was going to be a Sunday revival every week, didn't you?
I ain't gonna lie.
Oh wait, truth comes out.
We had pastors and everything.
Oh,
I mean, not a bad thing though.
How you gonna do that though, Blizz?
But he's coming from Baltimore hip hop.
Yeah, but we were able to bring the two worlds together, and it works.
Best of both worlds.
It we did.
Facts.
Yeah.
So how's the time been?
It's been wonderful. I can't complain.
I mean, you don't talk much, so we just trying to get you.
I'm good. I mean, these sweet times, I'm chilling, man. Like, I was all emotional. Like, I was.
Brings the right balance.
I was on y'all. You feel me? It's like,
He was holding it back.
It's been great. It's been wonderful. It's been inspirational. I can say that. It's like ever since I've been on the show, I feel like I've become a better person.
Yeah.
Timeline been changing on social media.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Don't make me. See, y'all know I go to church and I do praise God in church. So I'm gonna do it right here on the church.
This man drive, he got wheels now.
See, look at that. Blessings on blessings on blessings. We did a whole show on that too.
Yeah, man.
Look at what God will do.
Do it
all the time.
God is good.
Do it.
Yes, He is.
You can pass that collection plate a couple of minutes. Let
All
more
right.
come in the room.
Astro, it's your turn. How has it been for you, the experience on the show?
It's been pretty good. Like, I haven't been here too long, but I enjoy it.
It's been a couple years.
No, it hasn't. What?
We only been on here for 2.
Feel like it.
But like, yeah, it's pretty fun. I feel like I'm slowly becoming my icon on the radio, Charlemagne the God.
Oh no!
Yes.
Yeah,
I love Charlemagne.
Clutches pearls and then passes out.
I love Charlemagne because he's a straight shooter.
He's not though.
He's real.
Pay attention to who he really is. Like, he's really a good guy, but he puts on that persona.
I do think so too. That is my exact perception of him. I think he's a really cool person, and he just.
It's like. He seems like a very just blunt and straightforward It's like
for the cameras.
Like, it isn't like he's being a jerk on purpose. It's just that how he speaks. Because I've watched his interviews. He gets straight to the point. He's just like, so, I hear you suck.
That's not
It's just like,
that's not who you are, though. Like,
when
you
trying
bring
to keep your paycheck, you'll do that.
Yeah.
I mean, but
I
love
that's
how
who
he
you
gets
are,
straight
though.
to it. He doesn't sugarcoat. He's just like naturally blunt.
But it's a way you do that when you're not demeaning people and you're not putting people under the bus, and he does that a lot. And it's for the ratings, and I think he's fallen into a groove where he's gonna figure out, I can't be this person for the rest of my life. One, because he has 2 children.
Yeah,
2,
absolutely.
his career isn't gonna go. People let you get to a certain level when you're like that.
You only go
and
but so far.
Right, it's fun and games, it's entertaining, it's making money, but you only go get but this far because nobody else is gonna trust you.
Joe Budden is turning into Charlemagne.
Right.
Yes, he is.
Pause, though, but no. Charlemagne is like a more relaxed Joe Budden. Joe Budden took what Charlemagne does and
gets physical with it. Let's just be clear. He be trying to fight people and stuff. I don't respect that.
He's on one of the hip hop shows.
Yeah.
It's for the TV.
Charlemagne,
people feel like you gotta be that.
Like, I feel like he's just blunt. It's just how he talks. Because like, even when he like had his interview with Kanye and stuff, he was like kind of straightforward. But it's just like, that's just how he talks.
Yeah, but you can't chop it up to that. That's a grown man. How you talk, if it's offensive and it's putting down a race of people, that's too much.
Yeah.
Like, you're trying to pander to a specific audience who ain't even tuning in to watch you. That's just like somebody, you know, got a hip hop show and they doing all the slang and they doing all this. Those people ain't even buying into your show. Right. So you need to start realizing who's listening to you and who's talking to you and who's supporting you. Right. Yeah. Not them people you're pandering to, because them white people over there that's making decisions, they ain't watching your show. They don't. You're laughable to them. Yeah. They gonna let you come in to their parties and to their meetings because you're entertaining to them. You're the entertainment. Yeah, they're not taking you seriously. They're going to let you get as far as they want so you can continue to be their entertainment. Right. And that's as far as they're going to let you go.
And at some point you have to evolve from that. And in your career period, like, so for instance, I'll say there are some people who have lasted over the years because they've learned how to evolve. Right. You know, I don't even say that about Oprah. People have their mixed feelings about her, but over the years she's been able to evolve. She's done acting. She's done a lot of different things, and there are other people. A lot of people don't like Wendy Williams too. And I'm not saying that what she says is always great, but she has evolved in her career.
But I do take into consideration where people come from and the experiences that they had, and I just think she's void of certain experiences.
And that's true too.
She talks about individuals who she don't have any understanding about. Right. But she's starting to have to reevaluate that because a lot of those people that she was throwing out of the closet and talking bad about, now she has to have them on her show.
She does.
And she has to be face to face with them. Right. So her whole demeanor has changed because now her personality is based on how likable she is. Yeah. So she's now having to
she's evolved.
Them skeletons. Right. She had to clean up a lot of those skeletons.
And it's working for her though. Yeah. It's working for her. Definitely.
2 Chainz never evolved. I wonder where he is now.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that don't last. They don't because they don't know how to evolve their